Hi guys, welcome again to your own YouTube channel Ask Your Gynecologist. I am Dr. Sonal Parihar. As usual, your requested topic, I have come back with a new topic, and today's topic is symphysis pubis dysfunction. The other synonym to this is pelvic girdle pain. Now why is it called so? Because your pelvis is like a girdle. Pelvis, the pelvic bone, it is like a girdle. It's like a rounded structure in which there are three bones: ischium, ilium and pubic bone. Now the pubic bone is the one which comes in the front, just like this in the diagram, and it comes and attaches itself like this. So it is not a very strong joint, it is a fibrous joint. The fibrous joint, it is there because this particular bone has to separate slightly when you are giving birth to a child. So basically what happens during childbirth, this pubic bone slightly separates under the effect of hormones, and then the child easily passes down the vaginal, the birth canal. Now why this pain happens, and which ladies are at more risk, and what should be done to get relief from it, that we'll discuss very soon. First of all, I would like to thank you for the tremendous response you've given to the channel. It has grown very well. Every day many patients are connecting on DocWise app. DocWise app is an online application to consult a doctor. Now there are many doctors on this panel, so to connect with me you have to insert my PIN. First you download this particular application from your mobile's Play Store, then you insert my PIN. You are connected with me on my mobile. I can give you a call if you request, but only if you have an Indian number. Otherwise you can use this chat as a WhatsApp chat. You can send your reports, I can send you prescription. Now because of the technical errors or because of sometimes network problems, this particular application does not work sometime because it just works on Wi-Fi. So don't worry, that is why you get 48 hours, you get 2 days to consult me. So this is a wonderful application. Second way to consult me is whenever I go live, either is this channel or the other channel, Dr. Sonal's Answers. You can put your question on the super chat, and then when you insert the card number, the debit card or the credit card, then the YouTube will tell you how much money you have to pay, and then you can easily get the answer of your question there and then. Otherwise, wherever you post your question, you get an answer in the live session. The third way, the best way to consult a doctor is to physically come to the doctor, get yourself examined, get your reports examined, and that is my address, my hospital's address. So many patients are coming these days. Every day I get so many patients from different parts of the country and even from abroad, so that's very sweet of you. So you come down, visit me. I give my secretary's number so that you can take an appointment just in case I'm out of station and you come down from so far, right? So these are the three ways to contact me. Coming back to the topic, symphysis pubis dysfunction. As the name indicates, the symphysis pubis, that is the part of the bone which is kind of coming together and completing the girdle, there is some dysfunction in that. Now, what is the kind of pain you feel? Well, the kind of pain is an excruciating pain, kind of tingling sensation sometimes in the lower abdomen, in the thighs, in the vagina, in the pelvic bones. Now, the patient is not exactly able to pinpoint where the pain is, but there is some discomfort when she's walking. Right? Now, why does this happen? This happens under the effect of a hormone called relaxin. The relaxin, as the name indicates, it relaxes your muscles and your ligaments. So what happens is your bones are basically together because of the joints and because of the ligaments, the position of the ligaments and the muscles which are holding them tight and taut. Now, during pregnancy, this particular relaxin hormone tries to relax your bone, the pelvic bone, so that the baby easily passes down and you get a normal delivery, right? So this is a physiological phenomenon, but sometimes this relaxin hormone relaxes the muscles so much, the ligaments so much, that your bone starts moving unstably. So when you move, when you walk, you feel that your pelvic bone is moving more than what it should. So it becomes unstable. Because of that particular movement, your gait will change. You will probably move like a duck. Sometimes it's called a waddling gait because of the pain. You're trying to avoid the pain. Then because of this excessive movement of the bones, there is trapping of the nerves and the vessels. Now whenever the nerve is trapped, the part that particular nerve is supplying, say it can be foot, it can be sole, it can be thighs, it can be knees. So whichever part that particular nerve is supplying, that undergoes like an electric shock sensation. It's a very tingling sensation, and like an electric shock sensation you might get because of that entrapping of the nerve whenever the pelvic girdle is moving. So now this is a physiological phenomenon. So the ladies who are at high risk are the ones which are very, very active. The ladies who are doing all the house chores, because of that, the excessive movement of the pelvic girdle, the muscles and the ligaments, that is why they get more pain, the excruciating pain. Now, what should be done to prevent it? Well, to prevent it, you should always restrict yourself to the work as much work as much your body can tolerate. Especially the rural ladies, the ladies living in the villages, you work a lot, you have a lot of hard work to do. So I would advise not to stress yourself, especially after 6 months when you have a big tummy coming out, because this pain will increase as the gestation will increase. When the baby will grow, there will be more weight on the pelvic bone, and then the pain will increase. So the best way is to restrict your activities to the amount your body can tolerate. In case you're having this pain, then you have to be careful in moving around. Try not to sit with your legs folded, because whenever you separate your legs, the pubic symphysis also separates, and that causes more pain. Even while you are on the bed, you are turning, try to turn with both the legs together. When you are climbing into a vehicle, generally what the tendency is that you put one leg inside, and then we put our hips inside, and then we take the another leg inside. So that is normally how we climb the vehicles. But then now, since you are suffering from pubic symphysis, pubis dysfunction, SPD, now you have to be very careful. You just put your hips inside first, and then you take both the legs inside. So these are certain precautions which I am not telling just from the books what I have read, but also from my own personal experience, because I suffered from this particular pain in my second pregnancy, probably because I was in UK, I was working in England at that time, and because I was alone, there's no domestic help, there's a lot of work to do. Secondly, because it was my second pregnancy, so obviously, as I said, the pain is more in the second pregnancy rather than the first pregnancy, because then you're healthy and the muscles have not undergone the changes, right? So in the this particular problem, you have to be very careful not to abduct, not to separate your legs. Then you can go for massages. As I said, you have to consult a physiotherapist who knows how to do the massages, and you should do some pelvic floor exercises. Like I've already made a video on what kind of exercises you should be doing during pregnancy. Relaxation exercises, stabilization exercises. Your physiotherapist should be able to tell you how to stabilize your pelvic bone, how to put your girdle together so that it doesn't move a lot. Right? Now there are certain costumes like SPD costume, which is like a skirt, a tight skirt. It just kind of stabilizes your pelvis. So sometimes you have to wear that inside your clothes so that your pelvis doesn't move a lot, so that you don't move like a duck, right? You do not become a waddling gait. Now there are certain patients who have to use crutches as well. Now crutches are basically used for people who have some problem in the legs, but I have actually seen patients using this, especially when I was working in UK, because there the lifestyle is like they have more of nuclear families, no domestic help, so they kind of end up doing a lot of work, lot of stress. So these patients, they suffer a lot from this particular problem, right? So I've seen patients walking on crutches as well. Now that's a very severe kind of SPD that doesn't normally happen to everyone. So just be careful on the amount of work you're doing. If at all you're suffering from this, then you have to change your lifestyle. You have to restrict yourself. You have to restrict yourself sitting down so that you do not abduct your legs, and you have to go for massages. You have to take painkillers. So if you are aware that this is going to happen because of the hormonal changes, there is no particular risk to the baby, and you know that this is a body's phenomena to help you to have a normal delivery, then you will probably not feel bad and you will not undergo depression, right? You can even take help of chiropractitioners who do stabilization exercises and stabilize your spine and the pelvic girdle, right? So in case you have any more questions, you can always inbox me, because I think I've covered almost everything. You do not need to know more than this. And thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Please share if you like the video, and we'll meet again very soon with the next video. Bye bye.